recipe from America's Test Kitchen. Hope you like it. Thanks.
I'm going to go ahead and show you what we need first. First of all, we're going to need a mixing bowl. And this needs to hold probably about 5 or 6 cups at least. We're going to need a grater, a bench scraper, a ruler. We're going to need 3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. We are going to need a half teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're going to need, normally it would be a teaspoon and a half of salt, but because I have other salt going into this, I'm making it only 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm supposed to use 2 sticks of unsalted butter. I only have salted, so I'm going to go ahead and use those 2 sticks. We're going to go ahead and use 1 and 1/4 cups of buttermilk, and then extra flour that we're going to be using to roll up biscuits and also to coat butter sticks in the grain. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mixing bowl here. And the first thing that we're going to do with clean hands, of course, is we're going to dump in the 3 cups. This is all-purpose flour. And then we're going to go ahead and mix in sugar. Actually, that's a salt, I should say. Baking powder. And the baking soda. Now, it's really important when you make biscuits that you want to make sure that the flour mixture is aerated. So I'm going to go ahead and what else are going to need a whisk in this case. You can also do this with a sifter as well. I'm just going to go ahead and really mix this well. We want to make sure that everything's incorporated. If it isn't, you're going to have sections of the biscuits that are going to be salty, some being bitter from the baking soda. Let's take that in 30 seconds or so.
Hold on.
Okay, so I have this mixed pretty thoroughly. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our extra flour and we're going to take our frozen sticks of butter and we're going to roll them in the flour. And the reason for this is so that we can go ahead and shred the butter without it getting all over us. So I'm going to take care of that. And this is where it gets messy. Okay. So I'm going to take the shredder. This take a couple minutes to do. Oh, I forgot to say one thing. We're only going to shred it down to about a tablespoon.
A tablespoon left, or
A tablespoon left.
Okay.
And the reason for that is 1, so I don't shred my fingers. Number 2 is that the remaining amount is going to be melted and spread over the biscuits when they bake. Okay, that's about a tablespoon. Just going to throw that bit into one of the bowls and work on the next one. Trying to use the fingertips so it doesn't get too hot. You can also use a food processor to do this if you have the shredding attachment. I'm just too lazy to pull out the big food processor to do it. Okay, that's about a tablespoon. Okay.
Now let's see how it looks like.
So as you can see, it's all shredded.
There you go, shredded butter.
Now, once again, you have to work quickly. So you're going to take all of this and put it into the flour. And what you need to do is to get all of the butter pieces, you're going to get them infused with the flour. Now what this does, this is going to be your base for your flaky texture in the biscuits. There are a couple of type of biscuits. There's the flaky ones that we're making today. And then there's another one that has more of a cake-like batter, or a cake-like texture, I should say. And that is, that's like your Popeyes biscuits or, you know, your KFC biscuits, that kind of thing.
So this biscuit's more like the ones that you pop off in the can from like Pillsbury?
In terms of flakiness, yes.
Okay.
In terms of taste, no, it tastes a lot different than that. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the buttermilk to this. Okay. And then, so we're going to go ahead, start adding the buttermilk. Start incorporating it. You can see it's starting to come together a little bit. Make sure you get all the buttermilk out. Now you're going to see or notice that this is a little bit dry in texture. Okay, it's intended to be that way. With your other types of biscuits that you make, it's not usually going to be quite this dry. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we don't overwork the dough. So as soon as you can get it kind of incorporated, scrape it out. Yes, I realize there's flaky or pieces of flour in there. Okay, set that to the side. Okay. And guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to put flour on the board. But that's okay. So we're going to start working it together a little bit, just gently pressing it. And what we're doing is we're getting this into about a 7 by 7 square to start. And what you want to do is you want to start using the scraper on the sides. And the reason for that is because the more your hands touch it, the more it's going to melt the butter. And you're going to lose your flake.
And you don't want to melt the butter before cooking.
No, preferably not. Okay. So it looks like this is about, it's about 7. Okay. Okay. So you're going to flour your rolling pin. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently roll this out into about a 9 by 12. Okay. This part takes a little longer, but they say it's worth it in the end. Okay. So this is actually 10. So I need to roll it out a little longer. Okay. Actually looks like it needs a little bit more this way too. There we go. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your scraper and you're going to fold the dough in thirds, like a letter would be folded. Okay? And you're going to do this a total of 5 times. Okay, so then you just scrape off your board, just make sure you don't have any things sticking there. Okay. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, this is
So you
number,
turned
this
it.
is, I turned it,
You turned it
and-
90 degrees.
and then this, and then I'm gonna go out again. This is gonna be the first one, okay? So Norma, you can help me, whoop, you can help me keep count here. Now this 9 by 12, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's kind of what you're going for, okay? You want to make sure that it's as consistent as you can get it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and fold it again into thirds.
Okay, so this is second fold.
Second fold. Now you notice it's getting a little wetter.
Because the butter's melting.
Right. So I'm going to fold this and
Turn it 90 degrees again.
I'm going to actually, you wouldn't necessarily have to do this. I'm just choosing to do this over.
Flip it over, okay.
Yeah. Just so I can get a little flour on both sides. Okay. Okay. So see some of the flour that's stuck on this, right? Just want to make sure there's nothing to hold up the rolling out of it. Dough. And yes, I am messy. Okay.
And I will most likely have put a note earlier when it began that I'm not speeding this part up, and the reason I'm not speeding this up is this is an important part of the process, the making of the dough and how we fold and everything. So I most likely will be putting all of this out without speeding it up, because I will speed up parts that I can. But this part I will not speed up, and I'll probably put a note on the beginning of this process.
Okay. This might be actually a little, not quite 9 inches, so I'm just going to spread it out a little bit.
The dough is starting to form better, though, it looks like.
It does. Now we're doing number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. A little flour down here. Now, this time I'm not going to turn it over, just because it looks okay.
Now, you said you're going to do this 5 times.
Yes.
Will it help it or make it better if you do it more times?
No.
No.
And you know, and once again, I'm not touching it unless I have to with my hands. Okay. I'm really glad that Norman gets to clean because I'm cooking, so I don't have a problem making a big mess.
Wait a minute, isn't Daniel Drone gonna come in and clean this?
I think he already logged off. So I'm going to kind of take the edge on this one, bring it out a little bit. Okay, so this is number 3, right?
4.
No, this is 3.
Oh, it's 3, okay.
This is 4.
Yes, this is the 4th fold. That's
Yes.
what I meant.
Well, it's important when you say it,
Yes.
because now I'm going to show you a trick that they showed on America's Test Kitchen, okay? So you just lay some flour up, okay? So every time you do it, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm on number 4. Okay. And this helps you keep track because it's really easy to lose track if that was number 3 or 4. Okay.
Watch, they're gonna put comments on the thing that we counted wrong.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we're releasing it, right?
They're gonna comment on the video. You counted wrong.
This is our story and we're sticking to it. Yeah, this may seem like it's a lot of extra steps, but it really is not bad doing it at all. And this is my first time actually doing this particular method.
She just saw this recipe just the other night
Okay.
on America's Test Kitchen.
So I'm just following their instructions. Okay, so now this is number 5. Okay.
Yes.
Now notice that, Norm, if you can get in on the side there, notice the texture of the dough. You notice that it's almost like,
Hold on, let me see if I could zoom in. Hold on.
especially on the sides,
Yeah,
it's almost like a pie
a
crust.
pie crust dough.
Almost,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Let me back out.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to flip this one over again like I did the first one. And turn it 90 degrees.
So,
And the reason I'm doing that
so
is
that was the last fold.
this is the last fold. Okay. Let's flour up that roller here. Okay. A little bit more on here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this out. Now we're going to make it look prettier.
Because this is going to be the final product already.
Right. Okay.
So now you want the 9 by 12.
Well, yeah, you basically want to be able to cut it. Actually, even a 9 by 9 is okay because
It'll be a square.
yeah, I'm actually going to trim this a little bit more just so I can do some easier rolling. Okay. Yes, I know that that's not a square.
You know,
We may just go with the rectangle.
doing this, I know how a gaffer feels. Because that's basically what I'm doing with the tripod.
Yep, you may have a movie career when you're done, Norm. Okay, now, this is an important step. I need to grab a sharp knife. 1 second, please. I know, these are all these extra pieces of equipment I didn't think to tell you about. Okay, so we're going to take a sharp knife. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the edges. Okay, and you have to be careful when you cut them because you don't want to,
Remove the layers.
right.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to take off the edge. Don't worry, I have a plan for these little pieces. I don't want them thrown out either.
She knew I was thinking that. What are we going to do with that? You don't want to waste that.
Okay. And then about here. Okay. Now, I'll save that. Now, you can get a really good look on the side of that now that I've, I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, you see how condensed it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this may wind up being 6 biscuits instead of 9. We shall see, but... And yes, I know it's not a square, it's a rectangle, but it's my first time, so you'll have to forgive me, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut relatively down the middle here. Single, down, and up, okay? And then what I'm going to do, yes, this side's a little larger. That's okay. I can live with that. Down and up. then go down and up, and then down and up, okay?
So now you got 8.
So now I have 8, okay? So what we need to do, you can excuse me, we actually, the original recipe actually may have had me rest this first, but we'll see if it's going to cause an issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on this. You want to keep them at least an inch apart because they're going to rise, okay? Okay. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to get some plastic wrap. Excuse me.
Of course, we got the plastic wrap from Costco.
That's right. We have to take advantage of every single dollar of that membership. And we do the business one because we shop a lot there. Okay. So just kind of cover that up.
How about those pieces?
I'll show you. I can put them there, but it's not going to matter for what we're doing. The reason we're doing this step is because we're trying to chill the butter again. Okay? So this goes in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Okay? And make sure you cover it with plastic wrap, and then we'll be back in 30 minutes and show the next piece.
Okay.
We will set timer 30 minutes.
30 minutes, and that's starting now.
Okay, so we have pulled the biscuits out of the refrigerator, and we have set the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit so that these can bake. I'm going to zap these in the microwave here real quick. This is the butter, the remaining. Okay,
So the butter's melted.
the butter's melted. Did about 30 seconds in the microwave. I'm just going to take a pastry brush and I'm going to butter these babies up. Because if you don't, what's the point?
It's not like you put, 2 sticks of butter in
No.
the flour.
We're going to go French today. Go bird, go home. And then when we're done, we'll even put more butter on it. You say you don't have to, but I have my doubts. We'll see. Oh, yeah, a bit. Now I know what you're doing. You're sitting there saying, "Hey, what about that mochi cut up over there?" So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. We're going to take these ends. I didn't refrigerate these. You could, but I didn't refrigerate them. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a rosette. We are going to set that, excuse me, right there. And then we'll just do the same with this one. These are not going to be pretty and fabulous. They're just, but they're going to taste good, I think. I should smoosh that one down. And then I'm going to smoosh that down so it's kind of stays a little bit better. Yes, I know it's not pretty, but we'll deal with it as we can. All right, just do a thing of butter, put it for both. Let's get all the rest of it.
Again, the oven is heated to preheated to 400 degrees, correct?
As you can see, it's trying to escape. So, wash these at least an inch apart from the rising. Right. Good, good. Okay. And I want to stand back because this is going to be hot. Now, we're actually going to put these in for 22 to 25 minutes. And you want your rack on the upper third of the shelf. And I need to get this smooth. Sorry for the dog. She's wants our attention. And then these are going to start cooking for 22 minutes. We'll check them at 22. Could go up to 25. And we will see you when they come out.
I'm ready.
I'm going to go check it out for 2 minutes. Whew, teeny. It's starting to look good, but I'm going to say, I'm going to say 1 to 2 more minutes.
Now, just so you know, that was 20 minutes, about half it, about 10 minutes, she turned the pans around.
Right, halfway through.
Halfway through.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think our oven runs quite as hot. So an important thing to consider is getting an oven thermometer and making sure that your oven is calibrated properly. So if your oven runs a little cool, then you may need the full 25 minutes. If it runs hot, you may only need 22. So that's why it's good to know what your actual oven temperature is based upon an oven thermometer. And what I'll do is I'll show you what I use. So this is what you put in your oven as it's heating up.
so that you can calibrate what the temperature is there and what your oven temperature says.
Yes. This actually doesn't calibrate it per se, it just tells you what it is. But the manufacturer will have calibration instructions. It's actually pretty easy to do if it's on, because they're going to be sitting. So here's the first one. You can see there's a lot of layers in it. I'll let you get it up there because it's really hot, so let me close that.
Look at that.
So what we're going to do is, these still have rest. So I'm going to take them off, put them on a cooling rack, and they're going to sit there for 15 minutes. Now, if you like, and you don't think there's enough butter, put some more butter on top right now. I'm not going to do that, but you could definitely do it.
All right. Okay. So, first,
There's enough.
since I'm a purist, I like about anything.
She'll like some camera.
Oh, look at that. Don't know if you could see it. Flaky. All right, let's give it a bite. Oh. Can you get that? Oh my god, that's flaky. Oh. I hope you can hear that. Oh. Oh my. That is flaky. Okay. Next, add a little bit of butter, because there's not enough butter on it. Oh. Oh, good.
It's Norman approved.
Oh, that is good.
We'll post the link to America's Test Kitchen recipe in the comments below. Normally you have to be a member to see the recipe, so hopefully it'll work for you. If not, let us know. We'll write down the recipe and get it to you. Now he's going to try with honey.
Honey. Oh.
Another flavor.
Mm. I got this.
Are you a biscuit convert now?
This kind of biscuit. I normally don't like biscuits. Only biscuit I like was when she made the dough from biscuit. You pop the can and this is layers, flake layers, which is what this is. Okay, I'm gonna want to try.
This is better than blueberry.
But yeah, way better.
Yeah. This would be really good with jam, marmalade, anything like that.
So a little bit of butter and a little bit of honey. Oh yes, the flakiness, the butter, the sweetness of the honey. Oh, very crunchy. Oh,
It's very soft inside though.
very soft. It's like the layers are crispy and crunchy, but in between the layers is nice and fluffy, soft. Hey, if you can see the layers,
Top arrow.
but in between it's soft. Ah. You guys have got to try this, and if you try it,
Let us know. Take a
let us
picture.
know. Picture. Let us know. All right. So, as always, hit the like, make a comment, hit the bell so you get a notification of the next recipe or next stream.
And hit the become a family friend.
Yes, become a friend of our channel. Oh. All right. Thank you, guys.